едкий дым, звуки взрыва.
Acrid smoke, sounds of explosions and tough comments from instructors. This is a psychological obstacle course. Here, recruits are prepared for the stress they will experience in combat positions.
This is the most important quality for a serviceman. The military at speed overcome 10 zones with barriers, perform additional tasks and work out the evacuation of the wounded.
We are in our second session day. The first is introductory. Therefore, today the serviceman went at speed and all without exception overcame it. A person is so arranged that when he does something for the first time, he cannot do without mistakes. But when it does the second, third time, we grin to automatism. There is such a muscle memory. The hands themselves will know what to do.
Assembling and disassembling weapons, correct positions during firing, shouldn't take place regularly. It is difficult for an unprepared person not to flinch or at least not blink with each shot, but the soldiers are already used to it.
Well, for example, I like loud sounds, so I got used to it quickly. I don't know, I need to practice anyway. Constant training, improvement. Then you won't pay attention. In general, you quickly get used to it. I think that the person who comes here knows what he is getting into. He was preparing for this when he went to the draft board.
Each paratrooper must know the rules of working in a team, be able to throw grenades and handle a grenade launcher, man-portable air defense system, an assault rifle, and one more class of small arms.
The machine gun is one of the main weapons of the Ukrainian army. The armed forces of Ukraine use several models of machine guns. All of them are taught to shoot recruits.
At the same time, recruits say it doesn't matter what a person did in civilian life. Anyone can master the current profession of a machine gunner.
We have such a vinaigrette here. What are you? And taxi drivers and pathologists, everyone.
The same situation is with recruits' home regions, Volyn and Kharkiv, Kiev and Kherson. First of all, they are brothers for each other. This means they must be ready and able to help, especially when wounded. First aid is also taught to recruits. The rescue algorithm as well as tools are NATO standard.
First aid kits include tourniquets, patches, nasopharyngeal tubes, Israeli braces, bandages, hemostatic sponges and painkillers. This is all much better than Russian first aid kits.
At the training ground, they also practice in certain areas, for example, engineering troops. The military is trained to plant and detonate explosives. But you can get into the sniper school only according to the results of a special selection. The profession is not for everyone. It requires strong psychology as well as physical endurance because snipers spend hours in almost immobile position. And to hit the target, it is not enough just to shoot accurately. Experts compare this process with scientific activity.
You have to remember the school course. It so happens that I studied physics at the university, but in my life I was engaged in music. Yes, first of all, these are calculations, secondly, self-control, the ability to take a position and wait and follow for a long time. But yes, it's all mathematics, even geometry and physics.
The training lasts approximately 6 weeks. The fighters live right there, at the training ground, in close to frontline conditions. This is where the shakedown of units takes place.
I am a paratrooper of the armed forces of Ukraine. I am a soldier and a member of the military team. I serve the people of Ukraine, and I live by the laws of its armed forces.
And of course, paratrooper training is not considered complete without armored vehicles. Specifically, this training ground specializes in Soviet standard infantry fighting vehicles. But driving and servicing Western armored vehicles such as Kirpi, Dingo, Husky and Bushmaster is practiced abroad, and already trained crews returned with the vehicles.
At this training ground, as well as at dozens of others across the country, Ukrainian recruits undergo daily training in order to show themselves as best as possible in real combat conditions. This polygon is alive, which you can see right now. Well, this in turn brings Ukrainian closer to the final victory. Reported by Danylo Kobza, UATV News.